Fortnite just released a new patch that had a very split reaction to some of the changes, plus we got some 401 on the Week 10 challenges and other data mine items to go over, so get your popcorn ready, T.O. The patch, which went live yesterday, introduced a new weapon in the form of a silence assault rifle, modeled after the current epic and legendary Scar assault rifle, with a suppressor that will make it harder to sound whore for nearby enemies, and rewards trigger fingers that girlfriends would like over spray and prayers with better precision. Speaking of those spray and pray players, the drum gun was also sent packing to the vault, which elicited all sorts of responses from the enraged "Are you fucking kidding me?" for the shit kids I'm referring to earlier, versus the step in the right direction but still have 3 fully automatic quick rate fire weapons, SMG, LMG, and minigun that shred mats in a game that's supposed to be about building shit, but at least the most overpowered one is gone. Maybe this will start to shift the meta away from the Elmer Fudds of the world that can aim but found guns with large magazines laying around, and more towards actual aiming, as this indirectly buffs the shotguns without the craziness that was the double pump, since that meta was much preferred by most. Even though the drum gun is gone, there was a leak showing off a quad launcher coming soon to the Battle Royale mode, which is currently available in Save the World, which is basically a napalm launcher that leaves a pool of fire that sounds less AIDS than the stink bombs because they can't go through walls, but it is a relief that it's not yet another explosive that destroys buildings, as if Epic was about to go 2 steps forward and 1 step back in that arena. There are also minor bug fixes to the limited time mode getaway, but unless you're trying to rank up your battle pass by completing those challenges, you don't give a shit about it anyways. The Season 5 Week 10 challenges won't go live until tomorrow, but they've already been leaked and are pretty easy relative to some of the previous weeks. The first on the list is search jigsaw puzzle pieces in basements, which kinda sounds like a product placement tie-in reveal of yet another film in the long line of torture porn franchise Saw, but hopefully it won't mean that we have to cut our own arm in half in order to accomplish this challenge. Even though the challenge requires only 7 puzzle pieces in basements, there are actually a total of 8 of them in the Fortnite map, as you can see here. That is if we're not counting that weird bunker thingy in Wailing Woods, which you can't actually get into right now. Next challenge is to paradoxically either keep the doctor away by consuming apples and or tripping the fuck out so that you'll eventually have to see a doctor by consuming mushrooms, with 20 in total between both items. The last of the free challenges is to eliminate 10 opponents, which is somehow labeled hard, but if you can't do this in a few games of 50v50, then you should be playing Fortnite anyways. If you're one of those people that have thrown down money to add extra carrots to dangle, the other challenges are searching chests in Salty Springs, which is par for the course if you want to drop in the best part of the map, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Another is to deal 5,000 damage to opponents. That can be done in 5 matches or less. The Battle Star Treasure Hunt challenge is to search between a covered bridge, waterfall, and the 9th green, which puts you slightly east of the end of the front 9 over near Lazy Links in this dirt patch on the map here near the shed. Lastly is the tiered challenge, where the first is easy enough to eliminate 1 person in Pleasant Park, with the second and third being 1 elimination in Wailing Woods and Lucky Landing each, which will be more difficult since nobody with a fucking brain goes to those other 2 places. Lastly, with the challenges in Week 10, the loading screen that can be selected if all 9 weeks worth of challenges have been completed was leaked, that shows the bright bomber skin touching the cube with a sinister look on the character and the reflection of the purple blob, which could be a black bomber if we're going with alliteration but being racist, so it seems like we'll be getting the dark bomber skin sometime soon, although it doesn't show up with the data mine skins that were leaked earlier this week. Some of these we've already seen in the item shop, like the second one in the Garrison, the lower left wild card, and the lower rightmost 2 with Field Surgeon and Triage Trooper. The Turkish dude that isn't busy destroying its country's democracy, Blonde Slash, long-haired Cyndi Lauper, and the just-in-time-for-Halloween creepy bat onesie dude haven't hit the item shop yet, but given this fugly-looking collection, your mom's credit card is safe for a while. However, your mom's credit card isn't safe if you purchase the Grill Sergeant, as it was removed without any refund after it was only being available for less time than you usually masturbate to because of display issues. According to Epic, they're working on a fix, and the reason that they haven't refunded people is because they still technically own the skin, even though they can't equip it because it's not in your locker. That's not scummy at all, / sarcasm. There are more data mine items, including these gliders here showing 2 items not yet available, including Dr. Disrespect's ride because we can't have his house due to the fact that there's a bullet hole in the upstairs window, and a mini version of a place on the map that you don't want to go to because it has shit loot. And thankfully for everybody, Epic didn't try to be edgy with an airplane into a building as a play on the 9/11 theme from yesterday. Also leaked were these 5 emotes, which may have had some name changes, as I'm pretty sure My Idol looks way too similar to either a shitty chat app or a menstruation medication. Try saying that 5 times fast. Along with other dress up in a shooter items, we've got some data mine back blings, as it's not actually the worst word for something on your back that belongs to tramp stamp, but it's a close second. It shows off 5 new items, with the right top row being currently available, despite the bottom right 2 seeming to belong to skins that are currently available, and the inevitable lawsuit by a yet-to-be-formed but willing to ride coattails band named Grasshopper without the E. New harvesting tools are also leaked, with the upper left item that is actually available currently looking like what I would carry around after a night of heavy bevving, and the bottom being almost palette swaps of currently available pickaxes. Lastly, in leaked cosmetic items, there are new folders for things like music packs, weapon skins, vehicle decorations, and the strangely named pets folder, as if we're playing a fucking Sims game. I can't wait for one of the parts of the map to be turned into a giant litter box with cat toys strewn about, or a hamster's wet dream for an exercise room. We're not done with outfits yet, as if the Galaxy skin wasn't the most annoying thing to cell phone shop owners in the past few weeks. There is a new PS4 celebration pack for those with PlayStation Plus, and a Royale Bomber outfit plus 500 V-Bucks for those that buy a PS4 controller starting on Friday the 14th, which you can't use if you also have a Switch, because Sony is spelled with a $sign and are still locking Nintendo users out of their accounts because they incorrectly think that PlayStation is still the best place to play. Speaking of the Switch, Epic has disabled video capture on the console while they investigate performance issues associated with that feature, as if anyone wanted to see your shite Nintendo Switch gameplays anyways, where all the players look like bigger spoons than the non-existent one in the Matrix. Oh, and given that this clearly shows that a theater type of recording mode, which by the way is confirmed for Black Ops 4, does affect how the game runs, this might be a factor as to why Treyarch games perform like shit compared to Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer games that don't include a recording mode. Anyways, that's it for all the latest on Fortnite. I've been the Schwantz27, out like Henry Cavill as Superman. Until next time.